Now, when I train Heelwork, I like to use a method which sets the dog up for success. So right from the start, rather than setting the dog up for failure, if I was to walk forwards, inevitably what would happen is the lead would go tight from the start, so the dog's failed. And then what that ends up in is a tug of war, or you see owners just freeze on the spot, expecting their dogs just to work out what they got wrong. All right, I like to set the dog up for success. So rather than go forwards, I do the complete opposite, which is I walk backwards. All right, and to guarantee success, I will literally put a piece of food on my dog's nose, take a single step and feed them each time. All right, that's your starting point. One step, food on your dog's nose as you move. Okay, really, really simple. Dogs cannot get that wrong. There's a bend in the lead at the time it's happening, and all you're doing is teaching your dog to follow the food, okay, with a nice bend in the lead. Now, the progression on that is what we do is we take multiple steps. So go from one step before rewarding to 2 steps before rewarding, all right, to 3 steps before rewarding, but the dog's following the food. Now, over the course of maybe few days, up to a week possibly, you're going to get to the point where you can go the whole distance between these 2 posts, which is about 10 steps or so, with the dog following the food. Okay, so take your time on that. It's important that your dog gets the behavior. Now, layer 2, and this might take you a week to get to. Layer 2 is we get rid of food, so there's nothing in your hands as you do this. Okay, you're going to take a single step back as your dog follows with a bend in the lead. You're going to mark it. You're going to say yes to give your dog the feedback they need. If you can operate a clicker as well, you're a better person, a better trainer than me. All right, there's lots going on here. Maybe I'm talking to the camera, so that's just too many processes for my little brain to work out. All right, but as your dog follows, bend in the lead, you say yes and feed your dog. Okay, single step, yes, feed your dog. Okay, built up to, guess what, multiple steps. Okay, so go to 2 steps, 3 steps, and so on between feeds. All right, until the point where you can go the whole distance with no food in your hand, 1 reward at the end. Okay, so that's week 2. Week 3, here we go. Week 3 is halfway between backwards and forwards, okay, which is sideways. So you're going to walk like a crab. So here we go, single step. As your dog follows, bend in the lead, say yes, and feed. Yes. Okay, built up to multiple steps. Nice bend in the lead, yes, and feed. Okay, so at the end of the 3rd layer, you should be able to go the whole distance with a bend in the lead, no food in your hand, dog following you, and 1 reward at the end. Okay, so that's the 3rd layer. Might take another week. Now, final layer is where the magic starts to happen. As humans, we're not built to walk like crabs. It starts to hurt after a while when we go backwards and forwards, sideways, up and down the distance, walking like a crab. All right, our hips start to hurt. So what starts to happen is naturally you start to pivot. All right, so you start to walk in the direction ultimately, which is going to end up as going forwards. Okay, so it's like a halfway sideways and forwards to start with, but you're feeding your dog to the side. Okay, so it's coming down from your hip to behind your knee, and all the time there's a nice bend in the lead, which is what we want. So your ultimate layer, your ultimate progression, same distance, is to go the whole way with a nice bend in the lead. Hope you can still see it, and 1 reward at the end. Yes. Okay, let's go back. Nice bend in the lead, dog following by your side. Yes. Okay, give it a go. Let me know how you get on.